thought that my life was over. You thought my now you thought I had no hope. But that's what someone looked at my situation.
We're gonna stand for a quick prayer. Y'all know how this prayer goes. So say it with me. Lord, help me. Again, Lord, help me. This last time, Lord, help me.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to be coming this morning from 2 Samuel chapter number 9. And I definitely want to give honor to God first and foremost, to our leaders, overseer and Pastor Boyd, and to each and every one of you, to evangelists over here. I just give honor to all of you. So once again, that's 2 Samuel chapter number 9, starting at verse number 1. And I'm just going to read a few verses and then I'll let y'all know that y'all can sit down because I don't want y'all to stand up all day. So stand up when you have it. That's 2 Samuel chapter number 9.
Thank you, Jesus.
Starting at verse number 1. And David said, Is there yet any that is left of the house of Saul, that I may show him kindness for Jonathan's sake? And there was of the house of Saul a servant, whose name was Ziba. And when they had called him unto David, the king said unto him, Art thou Ziba? And he said, Thy servant is he. And the king said, Is there not yet any of the house of Saul, that I may show the kindness of God unto him? And Ziba said unto the king, Jonathan hath yet a son, which is lame on his feet. And the king said unto him, Where is he? And Ziba said unto the king, Behold, he is in the house of Mashir, the son of Amamiel, in Lodibar. You may be seated. Now, we have definitely talked about Lodibar before, and as Overseer just said, it is the place of despair. It's a place of no pasture. So essentially it's kind of like a dead place. It's not really much of anything happening in that place. Now, just to give you an idea of how his son ended up in the place of Lodibar, he and his dad had been killed in battle. And so the nurse of the son decided that they were going to flee. And that's in 2 Samuel, the 4th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. So she picked him up and she ran and she fled, and in the process, she dropped him. She dropped him in the process. And a lot of times we do have good intentions. We do want to help people, but we end up dropping them in the process. And now more so than ever, it's happening more in ministry because, you know, ministries are popping up everywhere. And some people have good intentions, but the time for them is not right now. And so they have a lot of broken people that come to them already with cracks and brokenness. And then they pick them up and think that they will be carrying them. And in the process, they drop them and break them in, you know, even more. So then they become just like Mephibosheth and they become lame. So now they're in a place of despair. Has anybody ever been in a place of despair? I know y'all gonna help me this morning, because I know I ain't by myself. So y'all got your hands raised? Raise your hand again so I can see you. Because I know most of us have been in a place of despair. And what has happened to you in that place of despair? I can tell y'all what happened to me. What has happened to you? I just need somebody to throw some stuff out there. I need y'all to talk to me this morning. We talking together. Mistreated, all right. What else? Place of despair. Lonely, okay. Place of despair. So, listen, sometimes we don't know how to handle that place of despair. And as a result, everybody around us gotta reap the not so good benefits of it. So I've been there where I've been in a place of despair, and then everybody around me gotta pay for it, and they not really understanding the place that I am in. As believers, we have to learn how to understand the place that people are in. I'm not saying that we're calling people to stay to a particular place, but we have to know where they are in order to pull them out of that place. I gotta know that you're in Lodi Bar to help you come out. Right? Amen. Y'all with me? I'm talking to myself this morning. I'm just saying now, follow me, help me out. Verse number 5. Then King David sent and fetched him out of the house of Machir, the son of Amil, from Lodibar. Now when Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, the son of Saul, was come unto David, he fell on his face and did reverence. And David said, Mephibosheth. And he answered, Behold thy servant. And David said unto him, Fear not, for I will surely show thee kindness for Jonathan thy father's sake, and will restore thee all the land of Saul thy father, and thou shalt eat bread at my table continually. And he bowed himself and said, What is thy servant, that thou shouldest look upon such a dead dog as I am? Then the king called to Ziba, Saul's servant, and said unto him, I have given unto thy master's son all that pertained to Saul and to all his house. Thou therefore and thy sons and thy servants shall till the land of him, and thou shalt bring in the fruits, and thy master's son may have food to eat. But Mephibosheth, thy master's son shall eat bread always at my table. Now Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. Then said Ziba unto the king, According to all that my lord the king hath commanded his servant, so shall thy servant do. As for Mephibosheth, said the king, he shall eat at my table as one of the king's sons. And Mephibosheth had a young son whose name was Misha, and all that dwelt in the house of Ziba were servants unto Mephibosheth. So Mephibosheth dwelt in Jerusalem, for he did eat continually at the king's table, and was laying on both his feet. Now, we've come across 2 Samuel chapter 9 before, Sunday morning breakfast and in service. But this particular text, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, yesterday I still was like, I don't know what I am standing before the people to say. I'm like, Lord, I need you to give me something, because I don't have anything right now. And I was up last night, I was like, well, I really still don't have nothing. I woke up this morning, I was like, Lord, I really still don't have nothing, so I'm just gonna stand in front of the people with nothing. Like, I feel like I don't have nothing to give. Like, Lord, let me know, what do I need to say to the people? But you know what's funny? Overseer has said it before, the word comes to you first, and then it's for everybody else. So the next time when we ask him what we need to say, we gotta say, Lord, speak to me first about me, and then give me the ability to speak to the people and deliver the word to them. So his story, what's interesting is David and Jonathan, they were good friends, and they made a covenant. So David had already told Jonathan before he died that I'm gonna look out for your family. I got you covered. And he kept hold to that covenant. So he went and he was looking for somebody that was still left in the house. Now most people, they're gonna try to kill off your whole bloodline so nobody else have a chance at getting at the throne. Yeah, so they want to make sure you have no opportunity whatsoever to get back on the throne. But he said, let me go look for somebody who's left. See, sometimes when we are in a place of despair, we really are hopeless. We think there's no hope, ain't nobody looking for me, ain't nobody checking for me, this is the place that I'm going to be, and I'm just going to be here by myself. See, you don't hear any other mention of the nurse. We know that she dropped him, but then after that, where is she? Where's she at? And sometimes after somebody drop us, after somebody do us wrong, they disappear, and we looking like, well, where you at? Because you left me in this place, and now you gone. Like, what do I get from this? So now I'm supposed to continue to be sad. Now I'm supposed to continue to be broken and feel some type of way because you left me in this place. But we have to understand that we serve a mighty God. We serve the King of all kings, a great God. So even when you're in a broken place, he can mend that brokenness and put you back together. We have to understand that he is the potter and we are the clay. So even though I've been shattered, even though I've been broken, even though I'm grieving, I serve a God that can put me back together. See, you sit next to somebody and they smiling. You sit next to somebody and they singing and they clapping and they praising God. But in the quiet place, when there's nobody around, they're broken, they're battered, they're bruised, they're wounded, they are bleeding out, and you have no idea. Everybody that seems strong ain't always strong when the doors close and the curtains come down. I remember texting Sister Keela the other day, and she was on my mind, and I was telling her I thanked her for her honesty about how she was feeling about her mom. I said, because you know what, that helped me. I said, your honesty helped me, because a lot of people be trying to act like they understand, they good, they at peace, and it's not so. And I said, but I've been trying to figure out, what do the strong do when they become weak? Because when you see a strong person become weak, a lot of people don't know how to respond. They don't know what to do, and their instinct is like, I gotta flee, I gotta get up out of here. And that's what they do. It's like, what do you do? And she said to me, but listen, I'm not asking God to move no mountains for me. I'm asking him to give me the strength to go through it. That's what she said to me. And I told her, even before she said that, I said, Sister Keela, I don't think you understand just how strong you are. Because you can look at her, you can hear in her voice, and you know that she is strong. But even the strong get weak. Even the strong get discouraged, and they need strength. And a lot of times people don't understand how to handle that. They don't hear the cry because they hear the boldness in your voice, but they don't know what you're battling on the other side of that thing. We have a lot of people operating in ministry and they're broken. We have a lot of people that right on the edge of giving up, on the edge of laying down. They're broken and we can't even see it. We can't hear it in the song. We can't hear it in the instrument. We can't hear it in the lesson. We can't hear it in the sermon. We got people right in the church praising and shouting and they're dying on the inside. So we need to open our spiritual eyes. We need to open our spiritual ears and really hear the sound, really see what's going on the inside. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's some people going through. It's some people right now in this place that are in Lodi Bar. They're in a place of despair and you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. But I'm telling you right now today that God is calling us out of that place of Lodi Bar. He is not telling us to stay there and die. God is saying it's time to come out of the place of despair. I did not create you to stay in this place. I created you to worship me in spirit and in truth. So I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what come up against you. I still need you to show up. And if you show up broken, at least you came. If you show up in despair, at least you came, because I'm going to bring you out. Just wait a little while longer and you will see the manifestation of this word. Sometimes it seems like we got so much courage and it seems like we got it all together and we're falling apart. And nobody seems to know. They don't know. They don't know. And we can even go, I believe that is 1 Kings, the 17th chapter, with Elijah and the widow woman. Now we're talking about a time when there was a drought. There was a drought during this time. And he coming and he asking the woman, can you give me a little bit of water in the jar? Give me something to drink. It's a drought. When it's a drought, a lot of times every man for himself. I'm trying to preserve this for my family. You want me to what? But she said, okay. But before she can even fully get out of his sight, he said, hold up. And while you at it, go ahead and bake me a cake. Go and give me some bread together. And she's looking like, now wait a minute. I got you on the water. But with this whole give you some bread thing, we're going to have to put a pin in there. I need that, because see what my plan was, I was going to go ahead and bake this together, and me and my son was going to eat this and that. That's what we was going to do. Now you trying to disrupt the plan, talking about give you the, I don't know if I can do that. And the prophet is like, listen, if you do this, guess what? You'll never run out of flour. You'll never run out of oil. You'll have all you need. But of the little that you have, I need you to give it to me. I need you to plant this in me, because you're planting a seed that will surely grow. But I need you to trust and have the faith that God has sent me to you to provide. But see, somebody's trying to hold on to the little that they got. Somebody's saying, I ain't really even trying to give it to God. I'm trying to keep it for myself, because my plan is I'm going to keep it and I'm going to die with it, and it's just going to be mine. And some preachers the same way. I'm going to preach every Sunday. I'm going to preach every Wednesday. It's going to be my church, and then the church going to die with me. Am I right? Am I right? Because when I die, the church going to die too, right? Ain't nobody coming behind me. This is mine. We have to be willing to give all that we have, even when it don't even seem like nothing. Because listen, she did what Elijah said, and she didn't have to worry about where her food was coming from, because she hearkened unto the voice of the prophet. We're going to go a step further. Then after that, her son got ill, and he died. So now she's looking like, hold up, wait a minute. Now I gave you my last, and you multiplied it. But now you gonna take my son. This is what you came for? This is what you really came for? And then on top of that, she said, what, you trying to remind me of my sin? We be the same way. We be the same way. We be the same way. When trouble comes, when the pressure gets so great, we're like, you trying to remind me of what I used to do? Is this for what I did 5 months ago? Is this from 2 years ago when I had did and said X, Y, Z? And we get into that place, but we never, in some instances, see God in the troubled times, in the time of despair. All we sometimes see are the bad things, the trouble, the destruction, the hurt, the grief, and we don't see God in it. We have to learn to see God in all things, because He's over all things and in all things, even when trouble comes, even when death comes, even when sadness and grief and betrayal comes. He is in all things. The enemy is not able to do nothing without the Lord's permission. That's just the reality of it. That's just the reality of it. But I'm just trying to encourage y'all. I'm trying to let y'all know that even if you are in a place of despair, you're in a dry place, you're in a grieving place, God has not forgotten you. He has not forgotten you. The worst thing you can think is that God has forgotten you. He is yet alive and He is yet working, even when it seems like He is quiet. He has not forgotten you. And just like the widow woman and her son, He will not let you die in this place. In your drought, He will not let you die. He is there. You just have to keep trusting and believing that He will carry you through it all. Through the hurt, through the pain, through the trouble, through the sleepless nights, through the tears that you cry that don't nobody see. He is there in the midst of it all. The reason that you are still here is because He is there. He breathed life into you. You are walking and talking because of Him. So the least we can do is honor Him, is all I'm saying. Now going back to her son, he was dead. But the prophet, guess what? He said, I'm going to handle this. I'm going to handle this. The prophet prayed to the Lord, and life came back into the son's body. Sometimes we feel like death is the end, if we want to be honest. And I'm not talking about ourselves. Somebody around us can die and we feel like this is the end. We feel like, God, so this is what we get. I've been praying. I've been praising. I've been obedient. And then you took this from me? But death is a part of life. Something has to die for something else to live. Christ had to die first so that we could live. So even though He was dead for only a certain period of time, on the third day He rose. So something in you has to die. So the reason you went to the place of despair is because something in you needed to die. And once it had died, God said, now I'm calling you out of the place of despair. So don't be troubled. Don't be overwhelmed. I feel you. The pressure is great. But I let you go into the place of despair because it's something in you I need to kill. It's something in you that got to go before you can get to the next level where I'm trying to see you. But we don't want to let things go. We don't want nothing to die, right? But when you eating that chicken had to die so you can eat and be full, right? I'm just saying, when you eating them pork chops, something had to die. Because without food and water, we will perish. without food and water, we will perish. And like I said, in this particular text, there was a drought in the land. So there was a lack of water also. And we all know, anybody who paid attention in science class, if you did, I don't know. I paid attention in science class, I'm just saying. But water is a sign of life. It is a sign that life can exist. It's a sign that something can live in this place. And a lot of times when we go through these dry seasons in life, some of us lose the desire to even want to live. And we don't talk about this in churches because we be trying to act like it's just the sinner man that get to that point in life. But it could be the man that you heard praying. It could be the woman that you heard tarrying. It could be the one that you heard singing. It could be the one you heard on the instrument. It could be the one that you heard preaching. And you never know that they was in this place. That's why when we get up here, we need to say what God has told us to say. Because you could be saving somebody's life and not even know it. Many times I've stepped in here and I know it, some people was on the edge. They was ready to let go. It was in their mind that I need you to hurry up because when I go out these doors, ain't no telling what I'm about to do. Either it's going to be me or it's going to be somebody else. And that's the reality. That's why we got to get outside of ourselves and get into the spirit. We got to get in tune with God and really help one another. I can't help you if I'm still thinking about me and just me. I got to put myself to the side and be selfless instead of selfish. But a lot of us, we real selfish. Boy, I want you to pray when I pray. I want you to sing when I sing. I want you to dance when I dance. And if I ain't doing it, it ain't worth doing it. It ain't worth doing it. I don't know why y'all dancing to that because, boy, if I was up there, it would have been a whole lot better. I don't know why y'all jumping up and clapping to that because if I brought the word, it would have been a whole lot better. I just know somebody would have been set free. I just know somebody would have been delivered. I just know somebody would have got their breakthrough. But I just know you got to get outside yourself. We got a lot of selfish people in ministry, and they getting your dollars, and they going to their homes, and they going to their houses, and they going on vacation. You still stuck in a dry place. You still need deliverance. You still struggling, and they living the life, boy. They living it up. They posting on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and you trying to figure out where your next meal coming from. You trying to figure out how to pay my light bill. You trying to figure out how to get my kids clothes for school, shoes for school, and they living the life off of your money. They are not sent by God. They sent to scratch an itching ear. Y'all gotta get the itch out of your ears because that's why some of us are still in the place that we're in because we're looking for somebody to rub us down. We're looking for somebody to tell us you all right where you at. We're looking for somebody to say, God knows my heart. It's all right. We know you struggling. You ain't got to come out yet. Just do you one day. No, that day is today. We serve a God that will respond to a people that are ready to go to him, that are ready to bow down and say, Lord, I need you. God, I know I see you strong, but even giants do fall. God, I'm falling. God, I'm struggling. God, there's confusion in my mind. God, I'm about to break down. I need you more than ever before. I need you to come and see about me. There are a lot of people in ministry and they're empty. Lord, I need you to fill me up. You are my only hope right now. My brother and sister tried to do it for me, but they couldn't help it because God, it's you that I need. When I am weak, God, it's your strength that I need. When I am struggling, God, it's your grace and mercy that I need. I need you above all. I need you in all. When I'm breathing, God, and I'm troubled and I'm asking questions and I'm confused because I'm trying to figure out, well, God, how did we get to this place? When did we get to this place? God is saying, trust me. Even when you can't trace me, trust me because I am here. I am everywhere. I am omnipresent. I am the Lord your God. And if you will just trust me and know that I got you. I know it don't feel good right now. I know it don't look like it's turning in your favor right now. But if you just wait a little while longer, and you just hold on, and you just trust me, I'll see you through. And you just trust me, I need you to trust me. I know it's hard. I know it looks like everything is coming It's too much. It's too much. Even Jesus had a moment when he was in the garden, being ready to be offered up. And he went out a bit. And he began to pray. And when he was in the garden, that was considered the olive press. It was considered the crushing place. And he prayed so hard to look like blood started coming out because he was praying so hard. And he's like, Lord, just take this cup from me. Some of us, the pressure gets so great, we say, Lord, just take this cup from me.